And here we go with our first round. Based on what I've seen so far, first rounds typically can go one of two ways with very passive play or very aggressive play. I expect aggressive play here. I think the 63 is going to come into this rather confident, and I think the 2B is going to try to do their best to get a win off the bat to set the stage. We'll see how that plays out. My supposed co-host, KC, says he's running behind. We'll allow it. Alright. A fun map here, lots of archways and ruins. Should provide some interesting cover for the lines here today. Let us take a look. '63E looking dashing as usual in their nice uniforms. We have a line led by Jacob T and another by Sergeant Major Fires. They appear to be still loading in, but they are forming up their lines. Looks like we're probably settling in around 10 people on each side, maybe up to 12. Let's take a look at the 2 BIR. Console NWL soon. We can only hope. On the 2 BIR side, we have Cloud leading one line. And in his line, we have Skull, PRC, John, a recruit John. Oh boy. We have Patty. And on the other line, we have Charles leading with Dao Bao, Haim, and Mercy. It is auto live. 2 BIR is not moving out yet. The 63, however, is on the move. And these sort of rounds, you really want to get good positioning as quick as you can. Usually it's whoever... Oh, we are holding. This will give us an opportunity to look at the roster on the 63. In Jacob T's line, we have Mappen, Seth Hart, and Va. And bringing up the rear is Jay. Oh, someone crashed. We'll rotate, alright. In Fires' line, we have Chip Brain. Climbing up the archway, we have Gave Up,
I'm on a big
Zoft,
rock.
and somebody
Don't do
else
it, you monkey.
who has run off.
Bro, you ain't about this life.
Zoft has been kicked to his death.
No,
A tragedy.
No.
Yep, 2B was not able to get someone and they crashed out. It's not too early. If you folks have your predictions, drop them in chat. Let's see what you guys think, and include what you think the score is going to be. Alright, let's see if they're all able to get in this time around. I see 10 on each side, that's a good sign. And we'll be getting started as soon as Auto Live hits, most likely. Still the same lineups. Let's see if I can see everybody who's in Fire's lines. We have Gave Up, like we said, Zoft, Chip Brain, and Curb. Excellent. B is ready to go now that they have their full lineup. Let's see who we were missing. Blazy. I don't think we mentioned Blazy before. Both teams are ready and we are moving out and the first round is underway. Middle of the map is always the best spot to go, and there are plenty of hills and archways and cover to make use of in the middle of this map. I predict we could probably see some lines moving very close to each other unpunished until a dramatic final conclusion. MK says 2B will win 20-0. I think that's very possible in my limited experience. And Ghosty says 63 for the win. I tend to agree with that assessment, but like I said, anything could happen. 2B, take the first volley. 63 are unpunished for moving up that way. And do get some closer ground. 63 have staggered their lines with a front-facing one and a rear-facing one. 2B are keeping their lines closer together. Let's sit on this little perch here. Take a bird's eye view. A bird who is sitting on a perch. And we are settling in to the usual dance of the NWLs. It is a dance we know very well. It's a lot like a middle school dance with one team sitting on the other side and the other team sitting on the other side and both looking at each other rather uncomfortably, awkwardly, waiting for the other to make a move. And the 63 is making a move, trying to flank around the left side. There's plenty of cover there, and a good opportunity to get nice and close. Although, in the 2 BIR's current position, they will still have plenty of cover. That said, the 2B is closer to the wall the next time the circle shrinks in. They will have about 2 minutes before that happens, though, and they might just get lucky. 63 has pivoted. They are pretty much claiming the center of the map and daring the 2B to move up. But the 2B have their nice hill, and I think they're rather disinclined to move from it until they get called out for passive play. They're looking around. It's the fun, everyone shifting slightly uncomfortably where they are. 63, again the first to make a move. Moving up closer into the ruins. Almost. Unfortunately, we are barred from bringing up Subway Surfers or Minecraft Parkour to keep us entertained during these dull moments of each team sussing each other out. It was rightfully pointed out, though, that in previous NWLs, going back a few years, the chasing around the maps used to be quite endless, and matches could take multiple hours before there was an actual conclusion to them. This is definitely an improvement, though there is a lot more sitting around, at least in recent memory. But don't worry, I do like to yap, and I will keep you very well entertained as we observe these lines sitting here. We can take a look at their lovely uniforms. I'm not biased at all. Oh, they're sneaking up. What do they see? A shot taken, and retreat. Just hoping to snipe some peeking 2B officer. 2B have most of their guys in uniform, but not all of them. These are also quite dashing uniforms. I'm actually not biased in these. I did not make these. They look quite nice. Their other line is in regular Prussian black. And now they're sneaking up. Maybe trying to bait more shots so they can move unopposed. Or seeing how jumpy the 63E is. 63Es once again taking the initiative. Oh, 2B is also moving up. There is movement, folks. There is movement. 63 going for a volley. A couple careful aimed shots. Both teams have fired ineffectually so far. A lot of sussing each other out. Perhaps it was wishful thinking that when I suggested earlier that both teams might be aggressive off the bat. Clearly that's not the case. 2B, a little pressure from the wall. It is moving in. The circle is closing. The storm is coming. They'll probably be okay this time. But the storm approacheth. And the 63 is in a much better position, commanding most of the map. That said, there's a lot of cover between the 2B and the 63E. Between all the hills and the... Oh! 2B suffers an officer kill as they were forced to move up by the border closing. They're moving up to the center. 63 is moving to meet them. 2B Sergeant has led them to form up and fall back. Didn't quite have the shots in time. And I think they were right to move up. The border was getting way too close for comfort. 63E lines are together. This poor 2B line led by Cloud is a little exposed there, and he knows it. He's moving to somewhere a little safer, where his fellow line can support him. Let's get a bird's eye view. 2B line moving around to flank. I think the 63 does see them. Not much they can do right now. He's got some good cover behind the ruins. Yes, the 2B's cowboy hats are pretty cool. Like the extra neat top hats. A lot of Scandinavian countries had those kind of hats. The Danish had a few units with them too. 63E facing a little pressure from the border. Ooh, just barely got it. Either they're very lucky, because they didn't look like they were moving, or they knew exactly where it was stopping and were confident the whole time. 2B shifting their lines and hopefully the 63's attention. Ooh, not quite. 2B moves up in the ocean. Even trades both ways. Not that time, though. That was Cloud's line, utterly devastated, and we're into the melee. 2B only have 3 people going into it. Not making the most of it. There goes 2 of them. Taking some hits. Getting some team kills off of them. That's good. Making the best of a bad situation, but can't quite carry it all the way through. First round of the 63 was not a totally dominant win, but it was about as conclusive as you normally would expect for a team like the 63. All right, next up, round 2.
Yo!
It seems like we're joined by my good buddy KC. KC, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. How about you? Sorry I'm late.
No worries at all. You have missed only the first round. Went to the 63 after a rather drawn-out event. Lots of hiding behind cover, small movements.
18 minutes past start time and only 1 round played.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, they had to restart the first round shortly after auto live because someone crashed.
That'll do it.
Casey, who are you predicting to take this one?
I'm gonna go a bit bold here, and I'm gonna go 5-2 to the 63.
That is not a bold take. That is a pretty... I mean, it might be bold giving 2 rounds to the 2BR, depending on your perspective. I think that's a pretty reasonable take.
I never like voting against someone fully, but then again, you never know.
I think the 63 will take this one because of their track record, but I do think the 2BR has a chance, and giving him 2 rounds I think is totally reasonable. I would agree with your take there.
They just gotta get an early pick there and just hope to draw it out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
2B also a decent side in melee, but once again up against 63. It's just an all-rounded dominant force.
Oh shoot, I should update
So-
the score. Round 1 went to the
Score.
63E.
Good score. The
So it's
chat's
0 to
already coming
1.
after you.
Similar strategy. Well, actually, the 2B are moving a lot further than this round, or this round than last round.
Yo.
Going around the
That's
total side of the
scary.
map. And they have a decent angle on some 63E movement. 63E did not move that far. They're kind of hanging out.
They could
Casey, are
push
you on
towards
the
middle.
server yet?
I am in the server, yes.
Okay, great.
Hey, they're taking up some nice hills here. Charles' Hill a bit flat on the top. Cloud's moving up to a nice little ridge here.
Some initial volleys, circles closing, no kills. Lots more movement this round, though. Some folks shifting around.
Gonna see a shot here from Charles'
there's a
line.
volley.
No kill. In the hill behind.
Last round, the 2 BIR lost the line led by Charles, or rather Charles himself, in movement. And then we kind of sat for a while. There was a volley exchange that was pretty even, both teams losing 2, but then the other 2 BIR line got slaughtered, and that went right into melee with the 2B only having 3 members, and it did not go well.
We've seen some shots there. We're gonna see. Not quick enough up. Charles is gonna use that opportunity though to push up. Same as Cloud. They're gonna close that middle space now.
Yeah, being pretty aggressive there. I think they'll have some good cover. Plenty of cover on this map. Yeah, lots of hills, lots of
Melee
ruins.
Mode. Oh!
2B got picked. 63 loses 2 members though in that exchange.
They lose Zoff there as well. That's a good pick from Patty.
It sure is. I think I saw the 63 had some, oh no, I think both teams have some recruits in, or at least that's their rank in game.
I don't know if John's actually a recruit or not.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know the lineup well enough to say one way or the other.
6-3 looks like the lineups they've been running with for the most part. I know they've been running bigger lines lately. It's the smallest they've run this season. 2B, I haven't seen their lineup much, but it's probably what I'd expect from them.
Yeah.
The only person I'm not that familiar with is Dao Bao. Dobao, however the hell you say it.
I reviewed the team's records going into this. 63, we said, had typically a pretty dominant showing. With the exception of the 45E, they lost to the 45E so far this
That was
season.
a very good match, that one.
45E does seem to be their kryptonite a little bit. You know, of all the teams that they face, they have, I think, the best track record against the 63E.
Yep, I was talking to, I believe, Jacob after the match, and he was just saying flat out, it's like, they were not good enough today. He did not lead well, they did not play well. I think their biggest flaw that game was they got too split, right? A lot of times they had the center, and for some reason their line went to match the 45E line that was on the outside of the map by the border, which was a very odd decision. to
That is
me.
unusual. The 63 have been definitely sticking closer together this time around. They have sent some flanking lines, so they're not limiting themselves, but when they get close to the enemy, they tend to call for help, it seems. At least in the one round we saw so far. And even this round, this is kind of their rare chance of them moving up.
Oh, we're gonna see
And
a
moving
real
up they
close
are.
quarters here.
Exposed, but still getting the kills, and they're
Only
going
map
right into
ended.
melee. Oh, nope, getting some shots. All right, now in melee.
Oh, was it worth it though? Was
See
the
if Charles
shot
can
call
do
the right
something here.
one?
It was a dirty fight on both sides in terms of, you know, there were some losses. 63 have just barely a line left, but it did not work out for the 2B, who are now going up
Odds
to...
line is gonna push here.
Yep, they're going to try
Will
to
they do
punish
the same thing?
this other small line.
They're just gonna wrap around while that other line comes in, and they're getting their
Yeah.
reloads in. And
Oh,
they
go
choose
right
to
into
not
melee.
shoot. They're going straight for melee.
Bold choice against the
Interesting
63,
choice.
but so far paying off.
And only picking one.
Oh, get a
Oh, fire
kill
stakes
on somebody
John.
not paying attention. And they finished him off,
we
so
got a
now it is an
straight
even
3v3.
fight.
They might get their reloads. Oh, 2B still
The
have
2B
shots.
still has their reloads.
Hit the
Waste
wall.
their shots on that piece of rock, though. And now they're kind of scattered. The 63 has their reloads. 2B are hoping they can just catch him out. Ooh, punish for that one.
Potential FOL there. Jacob did
I
step a
didn't
little to
see
the
that.
left there. Maybe.
I did not see that. I don't
Well,
know that they can
calling
call a
Rambo.
Rambo on that because he was just trying to regroup with their other line.
Well, and a slay on PRC there.
That's... No, he got shot.
Yeah, well, in the chat it still says slay happened, so
Oh,
they were gonna
that
slay him
is-
regardless.
That is odd.
I'm just wondering potentially about an FOL there still. Once again, it allowed them to shoot, obviously, but he did step a little to the side there, Fires.
They are not out here. This is a very winnable fight for Cloud against Jacob T and Mapan. Ah,
Oh,
had to say
and there he
something though.
goes.
That was pretty close. Another round of the 63, but again, that was much closer than last round. 2BR had a couple mistakes there, really just some missed shots when they had the opportunity. But overall, a
Cloud's
good
line
round.
did very well in that melee there. I think the Rambo call at the end probably was that they didn't decide to charge or flee. Well,
Yeah.
obviously in this case they can't flee the last two, but no action was made, so act of sitting behind a wall would be considered Rambo.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be an odd call to me. But that guy got shot anyway as soon as he went to rejoin the line. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Very interesting.
2B in their rounds this year did end up beating the 45E. Or sorry, tying the 45E. Initially the 45E had won 4-3, but one round got called back. I do not recall the reason, but it ended up being a
dispute.
tie against 45E.
Wow, I wish they would have permitted my dispute.
Yeah.
No further comments, Your Honor. But yeah, here we go. Now, personally, I wasn't a big fan of this map. When we
It's a little
played
depressing.
It is, one, very depressing. Two, the hills are very oddly positioned. Like, they're not very high in a lot of places.
Yeah, they are definitely shallow, and they don't provide a lot of cover because they're so flat.
Yep.
I'd say the top to
Some-
bottom height is pretty good, but they're so shallow in terms of their spread. It makes it hard to actually use it as cover.
Yep, that's exactly what I found. Hey, if you need to get your reloads in, you better find somewhere good. Otherwise,
Round
you're
3
gonna have
is
your head
live,
poking out.
and we are moving out. 63 sticking right together. The 2B is splitting up off the bat, but not too far apart. Both teams just trying to find some cover. 63 with an early volley. Some of those could have hit. Tubi's not taking too much advantage though, because they know the other line still has their shots. Even still, they could press up a little further, but instead we're gonna sit back for just a bit, and likely
he's
have to
trying to be
wait till
careful
the
of these
circle
hills.
closes.
I think he's trying to wait to see where these hills are. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you can watch match VODs back, but it doesn't give you the nicest view of the actual depth and height of these hills from the sky.
Let's get the soldier POV here.
Yeah, much different experience when you're on the ground.
Oh yeah. I wish I could go first person spectating somebody. That'd be pretty cool.
First person only comp league.
That would be interesting.
First person
Immersion event.
RGL.
First person only, scroll lock, pressed, no HUD.
Hardcore NWL.
Yeah, immersion event only.
There we go. Emmett, Va, I know you're listening. Make it. Well, Va's not. Emmett, I know you're listening. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Is Va
Credit us.
playing? No. Oh, Va is playing. Yes.
Yep, Va is in.
63.
A little bit of
Jacob
shifting
playing.
position here, hiding behind the burning trees. 63 also actually falling back one of their lines, going for a wide flank, no doubt. I've totally lost their other line. Oh, here they are.
Just going up from a top-down view. It seems like we're pretty balanced in terms of center.
63 with a
little
volley,
bit
too short. Their other line has moved to support them. And the 2B is moving up. They found a little gulch that allows some advance while in cover. So good positioning there.
Yep, they're definitely controlling that a bit more of a center space now.
Yeah, they've positioned themselves well, although neither team is truly in the center of the map. Those of us in the audience, please let us know how the audio is. Trying to balance it best I can, but there were some complaints earlier that some folks are too quiet, so just let me know. 2B is moving up into a crater. Yeah, there's a very like World War I-esque landscape with just Napoleonic cannons around.
Definitely like very no man's land-esque.
Yeah. I was reading a book of some World War I soldiers talking about how when the enemies were using shrapnel mortars, it was an interest if you wanted to hide in the trees because it would block them overhead, but it would also turn the trees themselves into shrapnel, so it was a kind of a win some, lose some there. Although on this map there's not that many trees around. Not anymore, at least. '63 with a bold move up, unpunished.
Trying to get real close quarters here. It should be interesting. He's gonna get that first pick.
63 is technically their one line closer to the map border. They're not gonna get bothered this round, and I hope they're not still there by the next round. I'm glad we enjoy the elevator music. The best royalty-free jazz that Kevin McLeod can provide. I thought it was fitting for the rather dull moments that can happen while we're waiting for the masterminds of each team to execute their perfect plays. 63 are stacking their lines. They like to do that a lot, where one is just in front of the other, quite literally. It's a good strategy. The first one can take some volleys and brace for melee if needed, and the second one provides fire. But it does kind of limit your frontage. And the other line perhaps heard me and is moving off. But does the 2B know this? They could be taking advantage right now. They have some cover, and that second 63E line is really far away right now. Well, I don't know if they know that or not, but they are moving up. Perhaps a little late, though. That second 63 line is moving up. And yeah, I think Cloud's line's a little exposed to that other 63E line. Charles is very close to Jacob T's line. Spitting distance, as they call it. Thank you, Ghosty, for confirming the audio is good. Let's hear it in chat if you think the 2B is going to pull back from this. They're only down 2 rounds, and they've been increasingly close.
We have still yet to see the greatest comeback of all time this season.
That's true.
It'll happen one of these matches.
Who shall be the Falcons?
Exactly.
And soar high.
So I think the closest match we had so far was a 44 DL and 26, which ended up going, I think, 1-0, 44 DL, then 3-1 to the 26, and then ended, or went 3-3 into the final round, and then 4-3.
Oh man, a tragedy has just befallen me. My beer has run out. How am I going to enjoy the rest of this? I did not prep well enough.
That's true. That is true. We know these long rounds can only be survived through more sips of beer.
63 is moving off their position, which, frankly, well, yeah, the border was kind of moving. Both are suffering for it.
Pick up, give up.
Even trade so far.
We're still 1-1. Cloud's line is going to push here.
63
still have
spun
shots. They're going to go for melee. Can they shoot quick?
They did get a kill off, but then immediately lost one because he wasn't ready.
Looks like open melee. think this
It's
is
all in
looking like a
melee.
63.
Yeah,
Should take a
63 with a
miracle
big
from the-
advantage coming into this. Right against the map border. And there it goes. That was a very convincing round for the 63. Only
I think it's just
losing 2 players, Jacob T and give up.
I think what hurt the 2B there was they caught themselves too close together, right? That one line, I think Charles's line went in for melee, Cloud's line trying to shoot. So that 63 line, once they took their shots, they went right for the 2B line.
Totally agree.
Both of them at the same time because they're right on top of each other while the other 63 line was able to keep their shots.
Yeah, I totally agree that the other line, one of the lines should have been screening the other one for a melee charge like that. Instead, they got themselves stuck against a closing wall, having to quickly get off their shots before they got melee contact. They got 1 kill out of it, but then immediately were slaughtered in melee because they didn't have time to react.
I think their bet should have been either all, if they're going to be right on top of each other, all commit into the melee together.
Yeah.
Win the melee together in the numbers advantage, and then go to the next one.
In that situation, that is what you should do, but you should never be in that situation where you have to have both lines melee, because the other enemy team, they're just getting shots in your melee, and you don't need 2 lines to just melee 1 line. They've proven so far that they're pretty well matched against the 63, and your line should be getting some shots in there, and keeping the other 63 line at bay.
Even that, I think that's like twice now we've seen that where one of their lines goes to shoot. They maybe get 1 pick, but then 2 of them get stabbed because they're
Yep.
still in the shooting animation.
You can
So it's like,
pull it off, but not at that close range. You're gonna suffer for it.
yep. I'm saying now it's twice that that's going against them now, so
Yeah.
we'll have to see.
And flying over this map makes me feel like a carrier pigeon.
It's like a ghost town, yeah.
Like I'm delivering
Radioactive
messages.
wasteland.
63 sticking with their paired deployment off the bat. Trying to find a good position and then no doubt having their officers confer. One line's moving up ahead into a very nice little gulch there. That's actually a pretty deep gully.
A bit far out though, but we know they like to take those shots from distance.
Yeah.
So Jacob will be looking to do that. He's got some good shooters in his line.
2B's pretty split up. I only see one of their lines. Where's the other one? Oh, 2B is super spread out. Whoa.
Cloud's line is fairly towards the center.
Charles is right next to the 63. And
Which side
Cloud's
of the map?
line's super far away. 63 is going to pinch him against the wall.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, they're gonna go up to shoot here.
Initial
Picking
shot
out
on
Va.
Va. That's a good one, but now they're going to get slaughtered here.
You know, Cloud's gotta come
What
in
was
to
the
cover here
other line
quick.
thinking?
Cloud is coming in. It's not gonna be quick enough though. They take down
No,
3 in the
3,
shot. The other line's
jeez.
gonna shoot. He's gonna choose.
Cloud was way too far away.
Interesting decision there. It looked like he was going towards the line. Oh, only
They
getting
picked
1
off Giva.
there.
And they lost
And
Patty.
losing 1.
Oh boy.
That is not a good trade for the 2BAR.
It's still losable for the 63, but that is a strong start for him.
Give up 7 a rough round here.
Yeah.
A rough night.
I appreciate the trying to squish the 63 and do something bold, but he's way too separated. Especially if you're gonna have that line shoot. You
I
gotta
mean,
be able
they're
to
at the
support it.
stage. They're down 3. Gotta try something. So
Yeah.
I'm not fully against it. It just didn't end up working out right. I mean, they had
I
to
think the
clearly
other line needed to
realize
be a lot
something wasn't
closer.
working. Yeah, I agree.
If you're
It'll
gonna
be
pinch him, you
interesting to
gotta
see what
pinch
they
him.
do. These next 3. Yeah, they're gonna get pinched here now by the 6-3 yet again.
Yeah, 63
Got
did
it.
exactly what they should have in that situation, which is use your numbers, focus both lines on the one enemy line, and finish them off quickly. They both ran in, slaughtered them, and were able
That
to
looks
recover.
like he wants the melee. He's got the
That is
strong
interesting.
melee.
They have the
players.
shots. They're probably gonna form up again.
I think he's waiting to shoot at that second line. He
Yeah.
knows Jacob's line doesn't have their reloads or isn't gonna get them.
Yeah, they're too busy crouching to reload.
Yep.
Which is
It's very
against the
smart
rules.
here by Cloud. Yep, he cannot crouch reload. This is smart from Cloud. So if he can keep distance from Jacob to avoid melee.
They are
Here they
going
go.
in. They're going to try to get their shots.
Oh, they do have a shot. There was a shot there. One for
Yep,
one.
traded. They're going
And
to
they're
have to
just
finish
going to
this
come
up
in
quick.
for a melee number. Well,
No,
still
they're
have some
standing there
shot.
with their shots.
Two of them had shots still, and they're going to reload.
They did not make use of them, but
never
they're
mind.
going for the melee. Seth Hart's
Close against
down.
Seth.
PRC's down.
Can they get in?
Jay falls.
Got a 3v5
It's not
here.
over.
You got Jacob, Zoft, and Fires and Serb.
Ooh, that was quick.
Yep. I think all
was-
three of the
yeah.
names I just mentioned got the kills as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, Zoft, Fires, and Serb.
It was a good effort there at the end, but man, that was not great.
But that's match to the 63E.
Yes, so 63
Another
has
win for them.
officially, bar any reviews that take back a round, officially won this round. We will play out all 7 though, for score purposes that'll help determine
Yep.
placement,
That's
I
good.
believe, in the bracket stage.
Yep, you want to get every round you can.
And am I right in that the who these teams are facing next is not yet decided?
I believe so. I can actually have a look at that quick. Also, we are now on Rio Grande 2, the sequel.
Her name is Rio, and she dances on the sands.
There you go, Rio Sands. There you go. Rio's Sands.
It's actually Danny
have a-
Desert.
Let's have a look at the dock. There is no matchups decided yet because we have this match and then still the 7 Foos versus the 45E tomorrow, and that could be a decider for who gets first.
That's very true.
Potentially. Right, because the 45E is not lost yet, I believe, and the 63 have. And if anyone's going to cause an upset here and create some chaos, it's going to be the 7 Foos.
That's true. We are good at that.
Yep. So that'll be an
We've
interesting
typically
one.
beaten the 45E,
Bro.
though not always.
I know, bro, I even snitched on myself.
So we will we'll see. It's anyone's game.
I have to say, I said this probably 3 weeks in a row. There's a lot of really, really good matchups this season. Started off strong with, you won't like this, but a bit of an upset. Not necessarily in terms of winners, but in terms of score, with the 63 beating the 7 Foo 6-1 opening week
Yeah.
in our 2024 finals.
Actually, it was
rematch, and then-
5-2.
Was it 5-2? My
It was.
apologies.
Oh, that's right. Good. Put some respect on there.
My apologies. Yep, 5-2.
Both teams
And then we saw the-
heading right in off the bat, by the way. We are live, so and they are
Yep.
sticking together. It is the 63 that are splitting up early this time around. 2B sticking close together. But yeah, I mean, 63 beat the 7 Foos last year pretty handily. So I was not surprised necessarily that they won, although I had hoped we would do better.
Yep. But then again, you never know, right?
That's true.
Everyone thought the 63 were going to steamroll everybody after, and then the 45E showed up
Yeah.
and put them to the
Close
sword.
match,
and-
obviously, but yeah, they did.
and now, can we get the trifecta? Will the 7 Foos beat the 45E and put all of those teams at the same score, and apart from rounds 1?
Yeah.
Or the
And,
same
yeah.
win-loss ratio, I should say.
And it was the first match of the season, so you're kind of getting your warm-up in, getting ready for the year.
Yep.
Both teams settling into their positions, though very close this time around. I guess the pressure's off now. They can be slightly more aggressive, but not aggressive enough to just run right in.
What I found is this map feels a lot smaller than it actually is.
To be
Oh,
moving up, getting
good trades.
getting killed.
Both
Cloud
line
getting
leaders
killed.
down.
Yeah, Fires got picked off that too. That was a good move there.
Cloud
could
and
get some-
Fires both down.
Angle on these guys. See, the 2B, I like their
Both
moves a
not good
lot
moves.
this round. They essentially
a map like
baited the
this might actually
63.
get them-
That was not a great
we're
move,
going
though,
straight
hiding
into
around the
melee.
rocks like that.
The other lines are going to go to shoot each other, though. They're not going to
Yeah.
pay mind to the melee. Should be going on top of the rock.
Also, not usually a great move.
Not working out that great, but if they can win this melee, we're in a 2v2 on the other side. Of Seth and Patty.
This is
Patty
looking
takes
like
down
a 2B round, I'll be
Patty
honest.
and John against Mappin.
You got two 1v1s
I think if they
going
can
into
take
this.
Mappin out here. Oh, Patty TK's John!
Ooh, That is rough.
Blazy takes out Serb. Blazy's on his way. Can Patty hold out against Mappin until Serb, or not until Serb, until Blazy arrives?
Mappin's doing his best to not end this in a 2v1, but had no choice.
Oh, and
There's a
Patty
round
gets
for
him.
the 2v.
Paddington.
Well done.
Well done.
They won the melee there.
I'd say the 2B just still definitely made some mistakes. It didn't have to be that close, but they recovered well in the melee. They're definitely a force to be reckoned with in the melee if it's even going into it, and even if they're slightly down.
Yep. I think it also depends on who the 63E have in that as well.
That's very true.
They did good in that trade, right? I think they lost more in the initial volley when they went on the rocks, but I think the picks they had were good. I picked off some good melee players in there. Alright, am I able to look at a kill log for previous round? No, I'm not.
Maybe next round I just spawn in, run around with them.
I don't know how the refs would feel
They
about
would
that.
not like it. I wouldn't get to stream again, I'm sure. Amit's gonna hear this and immediately like cross my name off the list of streamers for even suggesting it.
Yep. It's always watching. We've already lost Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
Now
Where were you
we'll
when
lose
Subway
Apex
Surfers
entirely.
fell?
So we'll have to see. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow for the 7 Foods 45E match. And
Very
then we will
exciting.
see what happens week 5. The final week of the pre-round, the group stage, whatever you want to call it. For the final 8, go to a quarterfinal knockout stage.
That's single elimination, right?
Yep. One
Very
and
exciting.
Dunzo.
And
No
not every
dragging
team
this
got
shit
to
out.
play every other team in the rounds stage, is that right?
Nope. I think at week 1 they tried to, and 2 they tried to make it a little fair in terms of stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
they weren't gonna have like the 44DL start off against the 63E.
Yeah, right.
So that was good.
You want to put some top contenders against each other, try to feel their mettle. Both teams sticking together again, moving in towards the center. To be posting up by one of the larger mesas, and in fact, climbing on top of the mesa. Trying to see if they can get some good angle shots in there. Not a bad idea. I don't see that against the rules, so points for creativity if they can pull it off. Trying to taunt the enemy. Yeah, that was a very clutch round for the 2B last time. I liked a lot of their moves last round. They also had some impulsive, not as impressive moves, but they ended up winning. 63 see that they are up there on top of the mesa. Try to get him. Ooh, and it worked out for him. Cloud with a kill onto Chipbrain from up on top of the world. That's a good position. It's pretty much in the middle of the map. That is a fortress. 2 BIR strike forces coming up with the overwatch from the tower. A very creative play here. 63 is trying to find their own tower. No doubt the 2B are taunting them for their tower being much shorter. And the 63 abandons that plan and tries to move up into somewhere that has a little more cover from the sniper fire. 2B's popping up. Gonna try to get a volley on him. Oh, they fire on the other line. No hits. 63 trying to quickly get to a new spot. Make their move. Ooh, gets picked off. Mappen's blasted in the head. 2B line has to run, though, from a much closer... Oh, Charles picked off again. Charles is really good at leading his line and then dying. KC, are you there?
We got Overwatch, buddy.
Guys.
2B trying not to fall off their mesa. ready to pop up at a moment's notice and lay some fire on them from above. What is up, Dizzy? 2B popping up. Distance high up volley, no hits. But the 2 BIR strike force is ready out there, led by Blazy now. Ooh,
The rock gods praise us!
slaughtered.
Rock God!
Absolutely slaughtered. Very unfortunate.
Rock God!
Strike force was ill-positioned and unready. Now the fairly unmolested 63 lines are going to have to move on Fortress Black Mesa up here. Let's get a POV. Let's see what these guys are thinking. Jacob T just trying to keep their attention, it looks like. Uh-oh. 2B getting some kills, breaking the 163 line and suffering no consequences. Seamlessly splitting off into 2 new lines. That was professionally done. Once again, 2 lines in the field, but either could be broken with just 1 shot. I seem to have lost my co-caster. He's gone mute. .63 with trying to pick off one of the 2Bs. I wonder if they're going to survive the next border pull, though. It is the storm is closing in. We'll see how far it goes. They are nervously looking behind them, hoping to get at least one more volley from their excellent position. It's going to be a bit of a pain to extricate themselves should they need to. Yep, they're slipping down the back of the mesa here. Ready to move up should they have to, and it looks like they probably do. 2B is on the move, abandoning Fortress Mesa. Trying to keep in cover best they can. There's not a lot of options on this side. Suffering some consequences with Cloud and John both going down. Down to just 3 players. The border continues to close. They're trying to go into melee. Looks like they considered stopping to shoot. They did not commit. Lost a player for it.
Rock God, praise me for what I'm about to do. Rock God, praise me.
We have 2 1v2s. With melee powerhouses like this, it is still pretty much anyone's game. Oh, 1v3 now.
Good K.
Up against the border. Oh, a team killed. Oh,
Good K, good K,
and there
good
it
K.
is.
Rock God, praise me. Rock God, praise me.
1 to 5, 63E.
Die by the rock, live by the rock.
It was a good creative round from the 2B. Unfortunate, their line in the field got annihilated. Otherwise, that round very much could have gone for the 2 BIR. Well done to the 63, trying to keep in cover despite getting picked off from above, and ultimately pulling the win. Moving on to... What did that say?
Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. We're on Spook and Snowfall. You missed a very interesting round, or a conclusion of that round, with 2BAR getting lots of kills from up on their Mesa tower, but their line in the field getting annihilated.
We're 5-1.
Yes, it is 5-1, so if our prediction is to be correct, the 2B have to take this last round.
I leave the 2B. Yeah, some weird console player Where was this? Where
No,
is
it's
this
a copy pasta from the event earlier today, hosted by the 63. This is probably not the best place for that on a, especially because it'll be on stream, but that's all right.
Not just that, a literal event that they cannot join. None
that?
of this is possible for them. I was saying none of this is possible for them, as it is all modded.
Right, yeah, but yeah, I was talking about the 63 line battle earlier.
Yep.
This is a very snowy wasteland. None of these maps look like particularly nice places to be. With the exception of the ones with all the ruins that we started with.
Yeah, I mean, this is getting a little reminiscent of the Rifle League map from last year.
Oh yeah?
That blue ice still. Not as shiny this time, but I think the intent there was to make the glare not as bad.
Whoever did these ice textures, these are pretty cool. Oh wow, they have like multi
Yeah, like a layered.
directional thing. Yeah, you look at them. Very 3D. It's cool. Anyway, they're both lines are sticking together again as they deploy into the center of the map. Pretty standard affair. It's kind of a loose circle in the middle, formed by the ice. Both teams are heading along the ice flows and heading right towards each other. To be sent a line around the side. Oh, 63 has noticed. Yep. Hopefully they've learned to not separate too far. Flanking's good. Totally distending yourself is not.
Oh, they're choosing the 2v1. The smack talking VoIP has begun.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Questionable FOL there.
Yeah, pretty even trades. And 63 get more pick off by the second 2B line.
This could be a 2v round.
Ooh. It's
We got
looking
3
good.
here against Jacob. Jacob down.
Ooh, get some good shots there.
Charles down.
And into
We're in a
melee.
6v3 now.
And they have
One of the
their
melees.
shots. Good shot. Wow, picking
Pick
off
on
soft.
Zoff as well. Patty just singing here as they look to take this round here. Unless Serb and Fires pull off a miracle comeback here.
Serb is down.
Serb goes down.
Fire is trying his best to hold the line. Getting
he's still
kicked.
singing.
The disrespect.
My baby's gone.
Oh, and
And
picked
of course
off.
he takes
Wow.
one flag.
Well, there you have it, folks. 2-5.
Now, even if that is an FOL, I please beg do not do an IRR.
No, I don't want
beg.
to. That's good.
No.
2-5, 63E, just as predicted. Couldn't have had it any other way.
I think that was the first score prediction this season I've actually nailed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's to be put up a fight in a lot of these rounds. You know, there are some where they totally, made some poor plays, but there are a lot of really, really close ones too. So hats off to both teams. They did a good job. Let's switch over to interview mode. Let's see if we can get some folks in here. I'd like to get at least Charles and Jacob T. Let's see
No,
who
there's
joins
no
us.
way. There's an IRR. I joked about an IRR and they're actually calling for it, I think.
No,
There's no way.
no, just let him have it. Come on, please. He's
There's
trying to
no way. I
admit
put it in the
that he
purple
FOL.
chat. That's why I'm like, surely
who,
not.
Who are they saying FOL?
I don't think they're actually calling one, but I hope not. I hope not.
Stick around, chat, for the interviews.
And
Let's hear what these folks
potential
have to say.
IRR.
Please no
Okay,
IRR.
I will agree to all charge if it. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's a mistake. Good job.
I mean, at the 63
Charles
FOL.
Charles is actually freaking out right now.
Are
He's like,
not going to your stupid events anymore. Fires, 2B are leaving your events.
I already switched over to interview mode. I'm going to put it back to the game screen. As we
I
sort
mean,
through
nothing's
this.
happening, Charles.
Let's hear it from the admin.
I hear voices in my head, they count on me, they understand.
Charles has threatened to leave the 63 events.
Hello.
IRR.
Oh, bye-bye.
No, there is. We've got confirmation that there is no IRR. The voices just spoke to him.
It's confirmed there's no IRR.
Yep. I am also the voices in his head, brother.
Alright,
Good to know.
excellent. No one has...
No, don't PM. They're joking.
Huh?
Admin's just broadcasted. What are you challenge?
Oh, no, please don't.
They're just Patty self-admitted. Oh no! Wait, they are? Oh no!
Oh, please, no.
FOL initial volley. Patty, he said he did it in VoIP. Oh no! Just when we thought the night was over.
Ugh.
There's no way their evidence is gonna be
Patty,
self-admission in
why
VoIP.
would you say that? You...
There's no way the evidence
Oh,
is
jeez.
self-admittance in VoIP. This might be the wildest IRR.
Because one of them decided to make a little haha joke. Now we might
I mean-
have a rerun of the round.
I mean, I don't want to say that I might have. I would hope it's not me who just
No,
said
I think it's
did no
because
IRR. God bless.
So we just take our words, yeah.
they're just taking Patty's word that he IRR'd and latching
No,
onto it.
fire. Jacob's calling the FOL was the claim. I don't give up to the chat.
43E would replay the round. So true.
Give up. Tell fire.
Oh,
Tell Jacob to let it go. Give up.
help.
Let the two
If for
be
no
have
other
it.
reason than so our prediction's correct.
And that, yes. Hold on, can we get give up in for like a temporary interview?
Oh yeah, get him. If you can get somebody in here. They probably like you better than me.
I mean, do they?
I don't know. I'm just trying to compliment you and your smooth ways.
I actually think it's quite
Get
the
out of
opposite.
the way.
I think most people would prefer
Get
not
out of
to
the
speak
way.
to me, but
What? No. KC, everybody loves you.
Get out of the way. You don't belong here.
reading my message. You should have access. There's give up.
What's up, guys? The IR is real. We are at
The IRR is
we
real.
are
What are your thoughts
holding
on that?
up. We are holding up the integrity of the lead. That guy FOL. He's self-admitted. The round's
my goodness.
fuck.
Within the grace period.
Alright. Thank you for your
Well,
feedback, give up.
Crash out on
Yeah,
stream.
no problem,
Thank
bro.
you, give up for the crash out.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
There we go. Within the grace period and allowed to fire. There we go.
If you believe in the raw.
So, the FOL was real, it was just within grace period.
GG.
I hate the 63.
Alright.
Shut up.
Maybe
I
in
love how
future
they're
rounds, let's not out yourselves for rule breaks.
See, to
But
be
I'm glad
honest
it
though,
worked
like,
out.
what is that gonna do? I could just randomly yell out, "I'm Rambo," and while I'm not Rambo, it doesn't mean I did it.
Well, you're gonna get somebody calling an
Charles is
IRR.
nominating Patty.
Alright.
Oh, we've
We'll
actually
get
got
Patty in here.
Patty in.
Oh, I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Hello, Patty.
What's going on?
How's it going? Let me switch over to interview mode here.
Oh yeah, go. You good?
Oh, you're good.
Patty, you almost made us go another round.
CFOL, huh?
Well,
are your
okay.
thoughts on
At the time, I will be honest, I did think that I FOL'd. It was just like heat of the moment, and I wasn't really thinking. I had music loud. I was singing in VoIP because like,
we noticed, yeah.
Yeah. I hope you got that on stream. You know, that's good clip farms.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
oh
yep.
yeah.
It'll be there to clip.
But overall, you know, that was not a good match for us at all. We definitely just got outplayed. We fucking shit the bed so bad. I don't know what we were doing. We were like lost in the sauce there.
See, I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. I mean, there were certainly some rounds where you guys made some pretty questionable plays and suffered the consequences, but there were a lot of really close ones too. I think it could have easily been, don't take it the wrong way. It could have easily been like 4-3, or even, if one of those got tied or whatever. You had a chance there.
Could have
No,
also
I-
easily been 7-0.
That's true. It could have been even worse.
No, absolutely. You're definitely right. I think there was definitely like a ton of moments where we just like sometimes like a lot of people in this regiment, I hold them very dearly, but a lot of the time we just shut the brains off. We just like don't think. we had a lot of just stupid individual mistakes, and that was a serious problem. And you know, I think a lot of, you know, enough individual mistakes adds up to just a round loss, and they just keep coming. And you know, there's definitely like some issues with strategy that we need to work out, though.
I noticed a
you know,
couple like impulsive mistakes when you're like the things are getting into the thick of it, either like moving to behind a rock where you're getting a little stuck, or trying to form up and fire right before there. I think those things can be definitely worked on though.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. That's definitely a we certainly have a problem with that. I will be the first to admit that.
No, I mean it seems like you guys kind of know what your flaws are and how to improve, so that's good. I mean, you have a pretty good record coming into this though, with 2 wins and a tie against the 45E. I mean, I didn't see that 45E match you had. One was called back. What was that about?
So on one of the rounds, we had we IRR'd for a Rambo, and so what we didn't realize is that would not get the round pulled back to us in time. Like, we only found that out after it happened.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And we called it, and then the guy just died, and he didn't kill anybody. But
Yeah.
we tried to make the argument that he you know, he like delayed our timings and shit, but that, you know, that didn't go. But then we rewatched the clip, and there were like 2 pretty bad FOLs. One of them was
okay.
like, looking at the sheet for it, it was just like a slam dunk.
Like a case closed kind of thing.
Yeah, no, like the first one was just like case closed, at least to me, like looking at it.
Yeah. Well, I got the round called back, so you do have you know, the only non-win against on the record of the 45E coming into this. And we're joined by Jacob T from the 63. First of all, congratulations to you. You guys did pretty darn well today. Some closer rounds you probably wish were less close, but overall you guys did great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry. Hopefully there's no bad blood on the last round IRR, but I'm just
Oh no,
thinking
there's
about
some serious bad blood.
I'm thinking of the 45E,
No,
and I'm hoping that they lose a match and that we can jump ahead in seeding. And I know that sometimes the win-loss on the rounds do make that difference. So it was not anything against 2B Nash. It was very much just like I have to make the difficult decision and look like kind of a jerk to some people. To me, it's another round, right? It doesn't really matter what the order is. If that happened the first round and there was somebody in my line saying that they FOL'd, I would have done the same thing. And they all go towards points, and whoever wins the match ultimately wins the match. But, you know, points do matter in the group stage, so, you know, I stand by my decision.
Oh, you're definitely right.
No, that's very true. And for those of you watching that are unaware, so we mentioned that all the points matter, the rounds you win matter, and affects how you get seeded and your placement in the bracket round, which is coming up after our next week. So totally fair. You got to take what you can get to try to get the good positioning. So Jacob, obviously you did lose a few rounds. What are some things you guys are taking away from those rounds?
Keeping our heads calm in the late, or the close quarter engagements a little bit better. The rounds we win really decisively, we kind of fish out the angles and kind of isolate them and really communicate, take the time to communicate, and that takes time usually to do well, and then just kind of zone them in, you know. Middle control, I felt like we did every round we won. We had a really good middle control. We knew exactly kind of where they were, just off of, you know, they're behind that set of hills on the left. Okay, each side of that hill is in a valley. We can see if they move away from that, and the circle's closing them in. So at some point they're going to have to leave the hill and go in the open, and that's when we're going to shoot and then coordinate to either reload or charge before they can shoot back.
Or in the case of the one round, leave their perch upon the mesa, which was giving you guys a bit of trouble until they were forced to move, and you did eliminate their line that was in the field. That's a pretty creative play there. It was pretty cool though to watch.
Yeah, they're like the Afghan militia shoot down at us.
Yeah, the Mujahideen.
Yeah, no, that we were considering just like jumping off the thing after. I mean, we were thinking
just
about it.
plunging to your deaths.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you know what? In the
Guys?
end, we just thugged it out.
Can I say something for the one time?
Hell, give up.
I had to say 2 things. First of all, praise the Rock God. Rock God number 1. We all love Rock God, right?
Of course.
Second of all, I FOL during the match. I said it. There, I said it.
There we
Editing
go.
it out
You know
for
what?
the
Right
chest.
now.
Give up. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna dispute that.
No, it totally didn't matter because we won by like 7 people, I think.
Give up. You know what? This calls for replay the round. There you go.
Yeah.
Replay the round.
Replay the
No,
whole
cause give up.
match.
You know, that's
I'm
getting
joking. No, but like I'm joking because I'm like Patty right now, bro. It was a grace period on God.
No, cause give up. You're getting disputed. 'Cause that is
Oh,
not
jeez.
grace period. What I'm looking at here. Yo,
That's grace
Jacob, I would
period.
kick this guy off the comp team if I was you.
No, bro, but like because I slid a little something 45E Ryan saying my leader is telling me to leave. I gotta leave. Go. Bye.
Alright,
Bye.
goodbye, give up.
Yeah.
What a character. But yeah, Jacob, you guys had some really good line communication. There was an instance where the 2B were trying to have a good hammer and anvil strategy and sent one of their lines on a long flank, but I think they got a little overextended. You guys noticed that almost right away, punished that one line that was trying to serve as the anvil, and were able to turn around and deal with the 2B other line that was coming in, and it was a pretty decisive win for you guys.
That was
Yeah,
actually my strat.
I was really
But-
impressed with the melees today too, because they had a lot of pretty even melees where we were only up 1 or it was even or up maybe just 2. But you know, overall, I think my guys held their own. I'm really impressed with how the 2B has played though this far this year. Really impressive record coming into this week, undefeated, I believe.
Technically, yeah, they have
in,
one
in
tie
a
on
way,
the record.
yeah. In a way, yeah. In a way. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we try.
Yeah, 2B, you definitely had a lot of good melee in throughout this this series of matches here. So congrats to you guys on that. You turned some rounds that went from what looked like really bad defeats into really close ones. And when you guys won, a lot of it came down to some really nice melee work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Casey, you got any questions for these guys?
I think you kind of covered it up.
Okay. Jacob, any
I
questions
hope
for
to
Patty?
face neither of you next week.
Yeah, right.
Questions for who?
For Patty.
Oh,
You
for
guys can
Patty?
ask each other questions for a little bit. Who cares?
Oh, what are you most impressed by with your team this year? Like it could be a person or a thing that everybody's doing well.
I want to give a big shout out to especially PRC. He's definitely like he kind of just came out of nowhere. He's been doing his job. Our leading and decision making. Our leading has been pretty solid. Our decision making leaves like impulse decision making like on the fly definitely leaves a lot to be desired. But overall I think the team has just been playing very well. But there's still, you know, a lot of room for improvement.
Nice.
Nice.
Patty, anything for Jacob?
Let me think.
No personal questions this time.
Oh shit. All right.
What is your
I'm-
mother's maiden name?
I'm
wanna
just
know
excited to see what we'll see for tomorrow's outcome with the 45E versus 7 Foods, because he said that'll be real interesting
Oh,
to
that'll be
determine the
electric.
seed-in for the knockouts and the single
Yeah.
elimination. So,
Oh yeah.
so far,
Oh wait, no, I'm working tomorrow. I was gonna say, can I get on that cast? I've got the JOB.
ish.
I'm not gonna say I hope 7 Foos wins, but that would help us in seeding, I think.
I mean, it's
So-
fair to say that. It's
In-
fair to
in
say
my
that.
unbiased
So I
opinion, I hope
really
the
hope
7
7
Foos
Foos wins.
I mean, I'm sure they'll appreciate that after what you did to them week 1. Sorry, Apex.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see. I think there's a lot of really good teams this season. And it'll be interesting to see who makes the final 2, right? Because I could see, you never know, 7 Foods have definitely improved. If you guys face again, the outcome could be very different, same as if you guys would face the 45E again.
Yeah, no, I feel like there's almost always an upset in one of the 4 semifinal matches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, at the end of the day, does it matter? Like, yeah, it does matter, but like, you know, you can potentially get less difficult matches, but at the end of the day, you're gonna just have to beat whoever you have to beat.
I mean,
Yeah, very
we
true.
could see match of the groups tomorrow. I think tomorrow's gonna be absolutely electric.
I've said match of the group like 3 times already this season.
What's your,
First, I started with the 7 Foods 63, then 63, 45E.
What are you
Now
guys
7
predicting?
Foods. I'm gonna go
All around winner.
with
No, tomorrow.
Yeah, just let's
Tomorrow?
stick to tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'm gonna go 4-3, to the 45E.
I'm going 5-2, 7 foos.
I'm going 6-1, 7 foos.
I'm going.
That's
I'm
confidence
going.
right there. I like that.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be 4-3, 45E as well. I think Turtle and Ryan, if it makes sense, they like know how important of a match it is, and I think they have the coordination there.
I think that's what it'll do it. The coordination and their shooting, I think, will be better than the 7 foos. I think
It
melee,
will
the 7 foos.
be probably close though.
I think 7 foos would win in direct melee, but I think if they can manage to pick off their heavy hitters, I think that they'll be all right in melee, right? 'Cause you still got Ryan, Gur, and all of them. They're still very capable in melee, so it's not like they have any. They're just pushovers in melee. They'll still bring a very dominant force in.
All right. Well, I guess